Yo, had a really great day, so I feel like freestyling. Let's get it, because I am with it. I'm going to be traveling as far as 3 islands if I feel like it, because Adam Stark is a real fighting, real titan, real hungry motherfucking punching MC that's going to beat your fucking face to death if I feel like it, because I can beat anybody in a race to death. I could just fucking take a bayonet and I could chuck it faster than you could take a bullet out of the fucking pump shotgun chucking the bullets at me, but I'm fully rapping at my full fucking function. It's my getting mad mode, and it's Adam Stark is in rap mode, and I'm always gonna attack folks theoretically because he's pathetic. He's getting to the point where he is receptive to everything that I say, even if he doesn't think he's pathetic. I can prove it because I am moving in ways that you couldn't do if you were copying the fucking greatest MC's blueprints. And when I say he, was it talking about me or was it talking about somebody that I decided to be dissing subliminally or not subliminally? Maybe that I'm just trying to distract you from anything that I'm trying to do because every message I rap through happens to be crazy. It's a method that Adam used, and it's a fucking written on my body as if it was a tattoo, but it ain't, because when I say written on my body, you know there's no tattoos on me. You know you're just reading my fucking face, but my flesh is getting off me. It's gonna be rotting like a fucking zombie because I'm attacking everybody that wants to get on me. And by on me, I'm saying that they're trying to get on my nerves. And I could say on me because everybody literally gets in my face with this shit because they think that they're just amazing, but they're falling from grace with this shit. They just fucking got kicked off the cliff that I chose them to fall off of, and it's not going to stop Adam Stark from doing his stuff that he wants to get done. It's Adam Stark is just off of one. He could be on a rocker and he could be rocking so fucking fast on the rocker that he could fall off the rocker, and I rhymed rocker like 4 fucking times to prove something because I can do nothing with words if I wanted to. I just proved that I don't have to rhyme, but then I'm going to go back and prove that another time. Watch, I'll do it again. I'll say on the rocker, then I'll rhyme it with 10 different things. Like I'll say, I'll fucking punch your doctor. I'll fucking waste no time showing you that you're nothing proper that should be done in the MC game because you're on the fucking jock, sir, and you ain't gonna beat me faster than I could if I was hiring somebody to run you over with a 18 Mach bird fucking airplane running the shit over you, and it's gonna just get over you. It's gonna be something you're gonna look up and realize it was just coming into view, mid view, and it just hit you and it just took you over. And guess what? I'm still not done rhyming with the word I just was, so let me do a quick turn like Red Rover and go back to it because I was rhyming with doctor, and now I'm going to get to the next point. I'll teach you a lesson like a proctor. I'll keep going and I'll say something else crazy to rhyme with that word, like guess what, I can kick you in the fucking face like I am very terrible at soccer and you were close range and you shouldn't have been that close because you know I was about to pass the ball to the next guy in the next lane. And then guess what, I could fucking take 10 planes and I could put them in different areas. And guess what? I wasn't talking about airplanes, and now I know that I'm scaring you because you thought I was talking about the fucking actual vehicles that go into flight and go into the sky, but I am not. I'm talking about something else very frightening, and I'm not gonna deny it. What I'm saying is I could take 10 planes of shit that I was fucking writing down, and I was doing a math experiment, and I was trying to be explaining it because I said before I was a fucking proctor. See, I bring up shit in the past for my freestyles, and you know this because it's awkward, and because it's awkward, that means you're gonna remember it more than if it was something simple and easy to extinguish what I was trying to say. And I meant to say distinguish, but I said extinguish because you want to put my fucking fire out coming from this guy's mouth when I'm a fighter now. I'm not no longer a freestyle rapper. I'm an entire fucking round of ammunition just coming and attacking people that get in my way. That's not going to be an easy thing to be admitting when I'm sitting at the other side of fucking being judged at Judgment Day, because it's one of the things I'm coming to say is that I'm getting in your fucking face and fucking ruin what you look like you just did the fucking face swap Snapchat and whatever that thing's called. But I am way fucking past that because that's one of those dumbass things that little kids play with, and that's that. And if not, then you're just immaturely doing something that you shouldn't be doing because that's a stupid app, and you know that you're ruining the time that you could be doing with stuff. You could be fucking studying, you could be learning about shit, or you could be listening to some good ass music, and you know that you are deserving that shit, unless you're just a worthless person that isn't for the rehearsing of things that we have learned from the past, which is to be better than what we were before, because maybe you used to be a piece of shit, but then you ain't learning, because it's not an easy gift to understand that you can learn from your past mistakes, and that, even if you're not rapping great, you realize that you can get past the tapes without fucking pressing the fast forward function, because it's one of the things that I am more in touch with, because Adam is fucking for the one kid that thinks life is over for him, and I will get him, and I will take him, and I will make him understand that there is more in it for him. Like he could fucking learn, like you're reading a forum, Forum, because that's a fucking, what do you call it, a website where you can learn about stuff, or you can learn about us, because some of them are personal, some of them are educational. You know that because it's one of the things that's up to your reputation to understand and to undermine. It's one of the times that you get one of the demands is to become a demand for people to come and to get into your fucking words and learn from it. And it's one of the things that I am just burning your substance, because you're putting out a bunch of shit, but you want me to learn from you, but I've already learned it first. And if you try and curse the words and reverse the meaning of it, like you try to reverse the birth of it because you thought you worded it perfect because it was something that you said, and your ego is that high where you think because you said it that you are that guy, that you just made something amazing because it came from your mouth. But there's plenty of other things that you could be saved for that now, because what happens when your mouth decays and it's in a drought, that's what should happen to bad rappers that are into this game now, but it doesn't. But that's okay, because I wasn't one to not understand how the game works. It's one of those crazy things, and I should just fucking made a major arcade game like Game Works. That's a fucking store where you can play a bunch of arcade games, and that was an amazing thing, because I wanted to say some things that happened to rhyme with what I said before, but in a crazy way, because I went from a fucking 2 words to a fucking pronoun. And you know now, because I would say I'm the pro now, but you already expect me to say that, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to save that. Instead, I'm going to say I'm profoundly disturbing every other MC coming against me, because their face is going to meet the curb in less than a second, because I can meet you 10 speeds faster than you could. If you want to fight me, I will beat you, and I will easily discreet you, and I will easily deplete you in different places. And if you want me to say that I will meet you, then here's what I can do. I can fucking write to you. I'll write a letter to you anonymously, and you will see that it's coming from an awesome MC, and then you won't think it's me, because you don't think I'm awesome anyway, because I see I have a lot of haters, and they meant nothing to me any day of the fucking week that I read your fucking weak-ass comments that you're going to leave to me, and it's not going to be defeating me. It's going to be one of the things that's crazy, because it's all hidden in secrecy, like the fucking hidden cabal, and you ain't wishing me all good luck, but it's okay, because how much could a woodchuck if woodchuck could chuck wood? Chuck, I'll tell you what, Chuck. Chuck's your fucking name. That's why I ended it by saying Chuck, and I ain't saying much if you ain't listening to what I'm saying, because you don't like to listen to crazy metaphors and similes and alliterations and hyperboles and onomatopoeias and other things, because I don't want to be even if I'm one of the guys that doesn't have fucking words and rhythm. And you're cursed, like the system is for getting people who have the worst wisdom. It's getting to be longer and longer referred to prison, because that's what happens when you fucking trap yourself in this cage, because realizing you think you're the only animals in hell, but not thinking that it's the authorities that put those animals in hell, and you ain't gonna stop the guy that's telling you, because I'm a savage from this, and I help other people, even if you don't think I do. I talk about battling because it's the way that I react to shit when I'm getting attacked so many times on fucking line. That's gonna ruin my fucking mind, but then again, I'm just gonna rise from it, and I'm one of the people that can be crazy, because if a guy summons a fucking crazy monster, he's gonna attack me with it, and now it's a science fiction rap, but that's okay, because isn't that exquisite, isn't that interesting, isn't that some crazy interesting mythological shit, because it's a crazy tip that I'm gonna coming up with any insurmountable amount of hits when it comes to what I'm gonna say, because I don't know much about that shit, but I still know enough to say the least amount of it. I can at least come up with a crazy meaning and make a thesis for it, and you will be distorted, because you go against a crazy MC that knows that this is what he is in for. It's for freestyles and crazy raps and crazy fucking rhymes going all over the place. It's omnipresent. You can't stop anybody that's gonna stomp you out like a fucking dead cocky wannabe peasant, and I'm on the fucking top of the league, and you ain't stopping an MC that is just not when you like silent bitch with a fucking duct tape on your mouth. You ain't talking to me. And it's just, I'm just fucking done accomplishing all these fucking things. You just motherfucking wannabes coming on to me, and that ain't saying that you fucking being flirtatious. It's just you want to fuck with a guy that's tougher than you, and as an MC, and that's courageous. But guess what? You're basic. You're gonna meet your fucking maker, and that was me, because guess what? I say words that you couldn't say first, but you can claim that you do, but that's a false claim, sir, because you're just making a fucking stupid ass claim. That's all you're doing, and that's you're gonna ruin that name that you had already. Whatever level you had it at, it's gonna go down, 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 and down more, like a fucking hibernation bear in its habitat, because that's what it does. It goes down and hides in the fucking caves and caverns and holes and other places that Adam could find out, because he knows so many things about different fucking subjects, and you know this because all you talk about is guns and how the fucking snub ejects bullets, and I get it, that's kind of cool, but you know, it's one of the things that fullest gets me to the point of being pissed off, because there's so many other fucking things you could rhyme about in hip-hop. If you're just a one-trick pony, I mean, I guess it's okay if you're really good at that one trick that you can do, but homie, you got to see that there's other things that you could do, and you know me, I'm somebody that's going to tell you the truth, even if it hurts, and it shows me that you're not somebody that wants to listen to advice that I give you, but that's okay, because you're on this mic, and you're not this guy, is you? Because if you were, then this wouldn't be an issue, because you know that it is berserk, and I'm going to fucking beat you to the point that you're in the middle of Earth, like a fucking Middle Earth, what is that fucking stupid-ass show, Lord of the Rings, and, you know, you're the fucking whore of this thing, because all you want to do is explore everything. You want to get your sorry ass out there and be famous for what? Being somebody, you're like an MC that is like the meaning of welfare, which means everything is handed out to you. And I'm not saying welfare in real life is bad. I'm just saying in freestyle, and as a point of being an MC, is to get yourself out and of the fucking bubble that they put you in, and that's all I'm saying, because if you looking inside of it and you just want to rhyme a bit, you just want to stay in that little fucking, you want to be a little bit of fire like a bick, and you don't want to be something big like a fucking flaming torch, and then I don't mean flaming in a gay way, because that's what you're probably going to say of sorts, because like I said, everything can be spun in its own way, and you know that because Adam Stark don't play. Even if this was a fucking game to you, it ain't a game to me, so shame on you for thinking that you're going to be shaming me, because I'm a great MC and I'm always going to be that way, and you're never going to see Adam Stark become decayed, because maybe I'm fucking immortal. You didn't know that, but maybe you do now, because I just told you that. And if you didn't, and you still don't believe it, then you're just a non-believer, and that's all it is. And I'm not going to call you an atheist, because I never said I was a god neither. So that's up to you to decide. You can choose the way to rhyme. I'm just telling you to be better than you could ever be without using a fucking excuse to get away from using your rhyme words, because that's all it is. You're going to start at the bottom and you could work your way up, or you can tell yourself you're okay at the middle or the, you know, 1/4 section of where you could be, and that's just a horrible way to be, and that's a horrible weapon to choose yourself, because then you're not going to be able to, you know, choose the belt that you want. Don't you want the champion one, or one of the ones underneath that, like the bantamweight or the featherweight or the middleweight or one of these other things that you could get today, but instead you're just going to be stuck in the place that you don't want to be at, like you got stuck on a fucking shitty date with a person that doesn't even fucking pay a tip, and you tell them to pay attention and they don't, because they can't even get you to fucking say the right thing, because they just ignore every word you say, and they just overtalk you, and they bore you, and they get to the point where they're borderline stalking you, because you realize they don't even want nothing to do with you. They don't even wanted to go on the date in the first place. They just wanted to be stalking you. They just wanted to be talking to you. It's at that point where I'm making the metaphor extended this long, and even though you probably understood the first 10 words I said, this guy is going to be proving that it's wrong to tell me to stop telling me to tell you, because I'm telling myself, I guess. And that's what happens when I rhyme. I just talk to myself, I guess, because then again, I'm looking at my fucking face in the camera too as I record this. But you know, that's one of the things that the cameras do, is they make you want to say what you want to say, and you're not going to stop today, and why would I stop if I wanted to? And it's crazy, because I get in this awful mood, but then again, I had a great day. Maybe I'm just in a good mood, so I want to say bad things and say what I want to say, because it's one of the craziest things that you could do. You know, you could be here, or you could be in Russian with a dude who has an AK, because that's where the weapon came from. It was in 1947. Did you know that? Well, obviously the gun ends in the number 47, so if you didn't know that, holy shit, like a very abhorrent reverend, because a reverend who believes in holiness wouldn't say holy shit, or if he did, that would be going against what he believes in, won't it? Well, that's what I would think, at least, because I'm a guy that gets at the point where I am thinking that this fucking fly is going to be sinking, because it's getting in the way of my freestyle again. This is like the third video it's gotten interrupting to, and it's going to stop Adam Stark from getting flows and getting those reactions that I want to get, and you ain't going to stop this kid, because I'll fucking stomp you quick like I fucking got something on the bottom of my shoe, and I didn't even see your face in the ground, but I just walked on it. Anyways, fucking one of the kings of freestyling, Peace out. Have a good one, everybody. I just want everybody to be the best that they can at the end of the day.